Hello and welcome to another mini tutorial from UPVC Spares for Repairs. My name's Michael, and today we're looking at the hinge replacement for the Mila Ideal hinge. We'll go through the procedures of how to do this in a second on our blackboard. This is the Mila Ideal hinge, and we've split it up into segmental parts so that you can see exactly what you're going to receive when it arrives. There is the piece that goes attached to the opening sash, the door, the cover plate that covers it over. There's a screw that comes in from the reverse side to anchor this to that, and there's a cover cap here which goes on the end of the cover. This piece is a trap piece that goes in the top of the hinge once you've set it up and located it correctly on the door. And the pin goes into the base of here, and also this end goes down into one of these four adjustable pin holders. These four sizes here relate to either a 17mm projection, and then the next one is 16 to 18 millimeters, and then a 15 to 19 millimeters, and a 14 to 20 millimeters. And there you can see that this is more to the edge of this plastic circle as against the others, which are in different positions. So each one of them has got stamped on it the sizes. So you may need to do as I've done. I've gone over with a piece of pencil so that it illuminates easier to read the stamps that are underneath. So once you've located that in the head here, the adjustment up and down is carried out by a 4mm Allen key that goes in the base. We just thought we'd concentrate on this element with regards the inserts. As you can see from inside here, it's hexagonal shaped, which means that when you use one of the inserts that goes from one size to another, it allows you to be able to rotate it to place it in the correct position. So as you can see, this particular one, which is offset, if it goes in there, it will keep the door as close to the frame as you can get it. And if you need it to release it slightly, if you turned it round, it would just bring it away more. And then finally, if you did place it in that position, that's the furthest distance away from the frame, allowing you to have adjustment by utilising each of those respective sizes. Once you've got that, you know it's in the correct position, that's the time that you push it fully in, but not before. And when you've got the hinge set up, the cover plate goes underneath it. This is a 5mm packer which goes on the two pins, or through the two pins offered into the actual outer frame. The outer frame positioning of this and the hinge pins is determined by when you remove your old hinge, you cast across the dimension, which is the place where the head of this piece sits in relationship to your frame. So you cast it across with a pencil, mark it, and then position this, including this, in the correct position corresponding to the old one. These pins will require you to use a 4mm drill. Once you have placed this in the correct position, central to where the old hinge was, and carefully go through to mark the frame where the pins need to be drilled. And exactly the same, once you've got this onto the door in position, and you offer this onto the head of the pin, on the back of this piece are also two pins, 4mm again, and you drill those into the sash, the opening door, and then once they're in, you can secure the hinge with 4 screws. 2 short screws nearer to the pin section of the hinge, and 2 longer screws away from the pin position. Once everything's assembled, once it's adjusted, cover caps fitted, you should be in a position where you've got a perfectly working hinge. I hope you found that interesting and it helps you carry out the job. Hope to see you again sometime. Bye for now.